This presentation will demonstrate documentation for central line dressings and restraints. Let's start with documentation for PICC or central line dressing changes. From your intervention work list, click Add Intervention on the bottom footer. Type dressing in the search bar and place a check mark in front of Change Central Line Dressing. Now click Add and Close from the bottom footer. When it's time to document, place a check mark next to Change Central Line Dressing from your intervention work list. Now click Document on the bottom left footer. You will see it documents the date, time, and person directly below Central Line Dressing. Now click Save and you have successfully completed Central Line Dressing change documentation. Now let's talk about restraints. There are 3 steps when documenting restraints. The first step is to place the order. Your second step is to update the care plan. And the third step is to document assessments. Step 1, ordering restraints. Highlight your patient on the status board and click Orders on the right navigation bar. Choose the correct ordering provider and click OK. Select the correct order source, and remember it is very important to select the correct order source so that an order will be sent to the physician for signature if necessary. Now click OK on the bottom left footer. Type restraint in the search box. Place a check mark in front of the restraint justification that is applicable for your patient. For this demonstration, we are using restraint justification nonviolent. Click Edit on the bottom footer. This brings up the order details. Make sure directions are always Q24 hours and complete the required asterisk fields on the left. Choose your restraint location and your restraint justification. When all your asterisk fields are correct, click OK on the bottom right footer. You will now see restraint justification has been added as a new order. You need to click Save on the bottom right footer. Now click File and Exit. Restraint justification is now on your intervention work list with a frequency of Q24 hours. If it is time to justify your restraints, click the intervention. The procedure detail will pop up, click OK. Complete the restraint justification criteria, and if your patient meets criteria for a new order, select Yes. If not, select No. If you've selected Yes above, when you save this, you will be sent to order entry to place a new restraint order. Once you've completed this page, click Save on the bottom right footer. This moves us to our second step, updating the care plan. From the status board, click Process Plans on the right navigation bar. Now click Edit on the bottom footer and click Edit Plan of Care. Use your scroll feature on the right to scroll down to an empty box under Mnemonic and use the drop-down arrow or F9 to open the problem list. You can use the Next button on the problem list to scroll through problems or type in the first 3 letters of your problem. For ours it's INJ, which is Injury, Risk of, Restraint, Nonviolent. Select your problem and it will pull up the problem detail. Make sure you enter a target date on your long-term outcome so that you can update goals. This will also provide the interventions. If you do not enter a target date, the interventions will not add to your list. Now click Save on the bottom right footer. You can see Injury, Risk of, Restraint, Nonviolent is added to your plan. Click Close on the bottom footer. From the status board, select your patient and click Interventions on the right navigation bar. You can now see your restraint interventions are on your work list. This moves us to our third step, documenting assessments. Place a check mark in front of the intervention, Initiate Restraint. Now click Document. Complete the entire initiation documentation, choosing all that applies, and place any additional information in this comment field at the bottom. Now click Save on the bottom right footer. Let's talk about monitoring your restraint for the nonviolent intervention. The minimum assessment frequency will be listed in the frequency column, and the next scheduled column will prompt you by turning pink when it is due again. When it's time to document, place a check mark to the left of the intervention and click Document on the bottom left footer. Complete this intervention when you have initiated restraints and per protocol. Remember, you can check multiple boxes when it applies. Add any additional information about restraints into the comment field at the bottom. Click Save at the bottom right footer. And you have successfully completed documentation for restraints. Thanks for watching.